I'm back here with my husband. So it's 5 months after I got the balloon. My final review, I guess, for the balloon. I mean, I guess it's not final, but this might be the last time I actually talk about it. Um, I mean, I think the pre-diet works for sure. You lose a few pounds on the diet that you do before, maybe 5 pounds. Before the surgery, because you're doing a liquid diet for what, 2 weeks or some, just depending on your doctor, at least 7 days, I think. And then you can't really eat too much right after, so it's like the first 2 weeks, like, you're really nauseous, really sick, and of course you lose maybe 5 pounds during that. So you probably lose about 10 pounds overall just getting the balloon. And if you were like me and you were just desperate, I mean, I don't really regret it, because I mean, at the end of the day, no, it was not what I thought it was going to be. But I also looked online, and I did see a lot of people say, it's typically 10 pounds. Obviously on their website they have lots of people losing a lot more from the balloon, but I mean, honestly, you lose it all in the pre-diet in the first 2 weeks. Now that was my experience. I feel like after the first 2 weeks, your stomach just gets used to it, and it's almost like it's not there. But I do feel like maybe it makes you a little bit more full. I guess it just depends on how in tune with your body you are. But I mean, if you're wanting to lose weight, you're gonna have to. I think it just sets the mood and sets a tone. Like, okay, I've paid all this money to lose weight, so now I gotta start. But I think ultimately you're gonna have to start eating healthy a little bit before you get the balloon. I definitely wouldn't wait till, after it's in there, like, to go from pizza to, salads, because honestly, I mean, the balloon's not gonna dictate what you eat. It's just about how much you eat. Also, I know I mentioned previously that I wanted to get the balloon out. I wanted to get the balloon for. Okay. So let me start off with this. I know when I got the balloon in, I had lost about 45 pounds on my own, right? And now I've lost about. Let me do the math. So 3 plus 10 plus 5. So I've lost about 18 more pounds since I got the balloon in. And I will credit like 5 to 8 pounds probably to the balloon. And then the other 10 mostly to myself, just because, I mean, you really stop feeling the balloon after 2 weeks. So for that reason, I'm not too scared about getting it out. I feel like if I was super dependent on it, or felt like, it was a reason for my success, then I might be a little bit scared and like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? Oh crud. But anyways, I mentioned earlier that the reason why I wanted to lose weight was because I wanted to show my dad and my brother. Unfortunately, a couple weeks ago, my dad passed, so he doesn't get to see, the rest of my journey. But, you're also just doing it for yourself, so that's really good. And then, it's Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving was last week, so we're in that, December month where it's between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and everybody, kind of, nobody's in the gym and everything like that. So, this is like the tempting time for most people, because people are getting holiday food at their work and stuff. Right now, I don't have a job. I got laid off during the pandemic. Anyways, but I went on the job interview today. I did not get it. But I would like to go. So if I might have mentioned before that I used to work in the, weight loss industry. If you watched any of my previous videos, I think there's one that mentioned, like, I was a nutritionist at the time I filmed it. I think that was earlier this year, and then I only worked there for maybe 4 months, and then they shut down due to COVID. But they went bankrupt, or not bankrupt, but new people bought the company, and they just decided to, I guess the word is bankrupt when you just shut down their company suddenly and do what they did. And anyways, I'll say I really like that job, and I would love to do something else in nutrition. You know, there's a Jenny Craig, a couple Jenny Craigs here, and I would love to work there. I'd also love to try their diet, and I know for client service directors, you do get 2 weeks of free food, just because I talked to one of the head honchos for the company. The first interview went really good, and then I'm waiting to hear back from the regional manager. She was supposed to contact me, and then I've left a couple messages, or I've emailed and called. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I mean, there's not many options out there for people who want to kind of work in the nutrition field, that don't have like a degree in nutrition. So I think it just keeps me motivated, and I'd like to go back to it. Honestly, do I see a lot of change in how I look since I made the first videos? Maybe a little bit, but for the most part, you have to think, when I first started making the videos about the balloon, when I first started making the videos about the balloon, that was only like 18 pounds ago. So I mean, it's, I'm almost 6 feet tall and 5'9", so it's not, I mean, it is somewhat of a difference, but right now I still have about 35 pounds I need to lose to get to like my, modest, comfortable goal, and to where I would just be happy with my weight, at minimum. But really, I mean, I really probably should go a little bit further than the 35 pounds, but right now I'll just be happy to get the 35 pounds and just look from there and just see how I look. I'm definitely not where I want to be yet, but I'm working on everything. The last few months, I'll be honest, I have been super I've already said some stuff that was going on in my life. My dad, a few months ago, he went to the hospital, and I guess maybe I just haven't been focused. And then he passed a couple weeks ago, and then so the last few months, I mean, I've been just struggling with my diet, and struggling with some depression issues, as far as just not knowing if I was going to lose it, and feeling like, oh, this is so hopeless, and just struggling with really addiction to sugar, chocolate, bread. I mean, it really is an addiction, and it's very depressing. And I think my biggest advice for somebody is, it's way easier once you have that 2 or 3 days, or a week or 2 weeks, where you haven't ate anything bad. Like, keep it going, because it's way easier to keep it going, as hard as it might feel that day, than to restart up the habit. And that's the thing that I've been struggling with, like, the last few months, like this whole fall, because it was like, once I stopped eating healthy, it was like it was hard to get back on track. I wasn't eating just horrible, but I wasn't just fully on track. Yeah, I mean, but today is the first day of winter, so I'm super happy. It was a super hard fall season. Did not get where I wanted to get this fall season, and it was just depressing, because I was not losing weight at all, hardly, I wasn't making the progress I wanted, and I'm just ready. I'm happy for this new season. I'm ready for new blessings, and I know they will come, and I know everything happens for a reason. So just keep up the hope, keep up the faith, and everything's gonna work out.